You walk into a room, and you forget why you're even there. Or someone mentions a film, and the title is on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't quite get it. That moment, that hesitation, that flicker of doubt. This is where it starts, not with a diagnosis, not with dramatic decline, but with small, almost invisible lapses that slowly begin to chip away at your confidence. If you're over 50 and noticing this more often, you are not imagining it. And here's the part most men get completely wrong. This is not your brain failing. It's your brain being under-challenged. And if you correct that, you don't just maintain your sharpness. You can actually fully rebuild it. In this video, we'll look at a simple 15-minute daily protocol that targets the exact mechanisms responsible for this shift, and how to reverse it. The problem: what's actually happening? Let's be precise. After 50, 3 specific changes begin to work against you. First, processing speed drops. Roughly 1% per year. Not enough to notice day to day, but enough that things which once felt automatic now require effort. It's like your mental bandwidth has narrowed. Second, working memory declines. Your ability to hold multiple pieces of information at once shrinks. That's why you lose your train of thought mid-sentence, or walk into a room and stall. Not because you're incapable, but because the system is under strain. Third, neuroplasticity slows. Your brain still adapts, but it demands more repetition, more intensity, more signal. And here's the part most people won't say out loud. This is frustrating, because you're not someone who's used to struggling. You've spent decades being sharp, reliable, capable, and now there's friction where there never used to be. That's the real problem. Why most advice fails. You've heard the usual recommendations. Crosswords. Stay active. Eat more fish. None of these are wrong, but they're not targeted. And without targeting the actual mechanisms, you don't get meaningful change. Crosswords train familiarity, not adaptability. Stay active is too vague to execute, and supplements without stimulus, they're support, not a solution. What you need is something far more precise, something that directly challenges processing speed, working memory, neuroplasticity, all at the same time. The 15-minute protocol. This is where most men underestimate what's possible. Because the fix is not complicated. It's specific. 15 minutes. Done properly. Every morning. 3 exercises, 5 minutes each. Part 1. Speed plus memory under pressure. 5 minutes. Use a dual NBAC, a rapid pattern recognition task. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Start at a level where you're getting around 70% correct. Not comfortable, not overwhelming, but right on the edge. That's where adaptation happens. This forces your brain to process quickly, while also holding information in working memory. Exactly the combination that starts to decline. And when trained consistently, it improves. Part 2. Structured recall. 5 minutes. Now you switch to memory. Take a list of 10 to 15 random items. Link them together into a vivid, almost absurd story. Then recall them. Forward and backward. No repetition of the same list. Every day is new. This matters, because novelty forces your brain to build new pathways, instead of recycling old ones. Part 3. Problem solving under constraint. 5 minutes. The final piece. A puzzle. Chess, Sudoku, logic problems. But here's the rule most people ignore. You do it before food. In that slightly depleted state, your brain is forced to become more efficient, more focused, more precise. It's a form of controlled stress. And that stress is what drives adaptation. The multipliers. If you want to accelerate this, there are 3 simple additions. Nutrition, omega-3s daily. Protein within 90 minutes of waking. Hydration before you start. Movement. A short walk after breakfast. Because movement increases BDNF, the signal your brain uses to strengthen new connections. Sleep. If sleep is poor, none of this compounds properly. What happens next? Week 1 to 2. It feels harder than it should. That's expected. Week 3 to 4. You get better at the exercises, but more importantly, you start noticing small shifts. You recall faster. You stay with conversations longer. Week 6 to 8. This is where it clicks. You're sharper in real situations, quicker responses, better recall, less hesitation. And the most important change, your confidence returns. Common mistakes. Doing it at night. Skipping days. Making it too easy. Expecting immediate results. This only works if it's consistent, and just difficult enough. This isn't about age. It's about stimulus. Left unchecked, your brain adapts downward, but when challenged correctly, it adapts upward. And that means this isn't something you passively accept. It's something you actively control. 15 minutes in the morning. That's the difference between gradual decline and staying sharp, decisive, and fully in command. Start tomorrow and give it 1 week, properly. This is the Primed Edge. Subscribe if you want to. Watch this video next for a simple but effective 3-phase protocol for anyone over 50 who still wants to stay razor sharp.